Right now, after two major Wisconsin companies experienced cybersecurity breaches, we check in with experts on how to keep your data safe.
But first, a community on lockdown, the latest on the manhunt in Maine for a shooter who killed 18 people and left more than a dozen others hurt.
And later, a Stevens Point family donates over 400 books to a local NICU. We'll explain why they think reading is so important for new parents. That's all coming up at 10. No shortage of rain today seen here in Madison and across southern Wisconsin. The rain certainly needed after how dry this year has been. As we inch closer to the weekend, we'll be replacing wet weather with chilly temperatures.
Yeah, so don't let the cold catch you off guard. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti now with the details in his First Warn forecast. Gary?
Well, let's put it simply. Right now I'm outside in shirt sleeves. It's mild out here. Temperatures are in the 60s. This time tomorrow I will not be in shirt sleeves. I'll probably be in a jacket because it'll be quite a bit colder. Let's start out by looking at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. Lots of clouds, showers through much of the morning, even some heavier downpours, and then a peak or two of sun before the clouds rolled back in, and then some drizzle and some light rain showers. You can see on Doppler track, there's some light rain showers moving through Wisconsin right now. Every once in a while, there's a flash of lightning over southeastern Minnesota. Those isolated thunderstorms more likely moving north of La Crosse. But you can see on high-resolution radar, not a lot of heavy precipitation. We had some drizzle here in the backyard about an hour ago. And 6-hour future track radar shows the possibility for a shower or an isolated thunderstorm. Visibility right now, generally between about 5 and 10 miles. I think there's enough of a breeze out here to keep the air mixed up from any thick fog from forming. Low temperature so far, 60 degrees. We will probably tie a record for the warmest low temperature for the date. That was set back in 2000. Today's high temperature, though, only at 64 thanks to the clouds and the showers. And right now, temperatures are mainly in the lower to middle 60s. These temperatures aren't going to move very much overnight. 63 in Madison, 64 degrees or 65 degrees in Mount Horeb, and 64 in Oregon. Look for skies to be mostly cloudy overnight. We'll see a few scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Unseasonably mild, though, with a low temperature of 62. The weekend will be much colder. It'll be even colder as we head toward Halloween, and we have a First Warn weather alert day for that. I'll have more in the forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you. A manhunt continues in Maine for the suspect in last night's shooting rampage that left 18 people dead and 13 others hurt.
Residents in and nearby the city of Lewiston have been asked to stay home, essentially sheltering in place as authorities search for the suspect. He's been identified as 40-year-old Robert Card. In the last several hours, the FBI and other law enforcement officers searched his last known address, but he wasn't there. The shooting took place at two separate locations, a bar and grill restaurant and a bowling alley. One man who lost his son in the shooting says it took authorities 14 hours to notify him his son had been killed.
When you get anything that happens like this, you go empty. And there's just nothing you can do.
This is the person authorities say is responsible, Robert Card. They say he is a military-trained arms instructor and a member of the U.S. Army Reserves who had been committed to a mental health facility over the summer. He should be considered armed and dangerous. The shooting happened in Lewiston, which is Maine's second largest city, but it's not that big. Just 38,500 people live there as of last year, according to the U.S. Census. Shelter-in-place orders for various parts of the state still remain in place overnight, and some schools have announced they will remain closed tomorrow. The shooting is the deadliest U.S. shooting since the Uvalde shooting massacre.
A heartbreaking story from Milwaukee tonight. The body of a missing 5-year-old boy has been found in a dumpster. It's being investigated as a murder, and 2 persons of interest have been arrested for the death of Prince McCree. He went missing yesterday morning. His body found about a mile from where he was last seen. Those persons of interest include a 27-year-old man and a 15-year-old boy.
A man accused of tying cords across a Dane County bike path last year is pleading guilty to charges against him. Cords were found strung across a bridge on the Badger State Trail near the Madison-Fitchburg city line in August of 2022. 34-year-old Curtis Tesmer was arrested in early 2023, allegedly admitting to hanging up the cords along the path 4 times. Today, he pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree recklessly endangering safety. Madison police are investigating tonight after a man says his car was stolen from an auto shop and found miles away in Rock County. The man's car had been at a dealership shop for repairs on Stoughton Road, but when the man woke up yesterday morning, GPS alerts on his phone showed the car was in another city. He called the dealership and employees realized the keys were gone. Luckily, that car was later found. No arrests have been made. If you're heading into downtown Madison this weekend, you'll see extra officers out on patrol. Freak Fest may be gone, but the Halloween weekend brings out many people to downtown and State Street. Plus, the Badgers play a big football game Saturday night against Ohio State. So give yourself extra time to get through downtown if you're headed that way these next few days.
More UW-Madison students earned their degrees than ever before during the 2022-23 academic year. That's according to university officials. The 4-year graduation rate climbed to 75.5%. The 6-year rate up to 89.3%. Both are records. Officials also say students did it more quickly than ever before. Students took an average of 3.84 calendar years to earn their bachelor's degree, the shortest time ever. Meanwhile, it's the first time in university history the total number of degrees conferred was above 12,000. UW-Platteville cutting more than 100 positions amid budget cuts across the universities of Wisconsin. Platteville city leaders say the layoffs are a big hit to the area as the school is a cornerstone of that community. The university has been one of the city's largest employers for years now, but these cuts will leave dozens jobless.
We have a strong family. And so I think our family will pull together and that we'll figure this out and that we will take care of each other. And that by taking care of each other, we will take care of our community and our city.
Less than a month ago, University of Wisconsin President Jay Rothman announced the permanent closure of the UW-Platteville Richland campus and asked other branch campuses across the state to reevaluate their futures.
Rock County Public Health's new and improved online dashboard is officially live as of tonight. This dashboard replaces an older one that RCPH admits wasn't user-friendly. The dashboard shows data on overdose deaths while sharing the country's 3-month overdose average and monthly overdose rate. Overdoses in Rock County have more than doubled since 2015.
When we look at the data and we see how many people have died from overdoses and how that really is a big cause of premature death in Rock County, especially over the last few years, we just want to get a handle on that and really start getting those numbers down.
It's hoped the dashboard will spark positive change. We've included a link in this web story online at channel3000.com for you to see it for yourself. With cyber attacks on different businesses and organizations recently, it can be easy for you to wonder how secure your personal information really is.
As a consumer protection expert tells our Armand Rahman, there are always steps you can take to protect your data. Armand?
That's right, guys. In just the past few weeks, Quick Trip, American Family Insurance, and the Rock County Human Services Department have all reported cybersecurity incidents. Most of those have said they don't believe consumer information was compromised, but experts say it should make you think about where and how your data is being used.
Well, I don't think you should ever be lulled into a sense of complacency when it comes to your data.
If you find out that a retail space you used recently, like Quick Trip, experiences a cybersecurity breach,
First thing you want to think about is, where is my data? How is it being used? And was I a potential victim?
the first thing you should do is check your credit report.
Oftentimes, if your data is misused, you're going to want to look and see were there any new accounts opened in your name, whether they be credit accounts, bank accounts, and the credit report is the best way to signify if any of those things happened.
It seems ironic that these cybersecurity incidents happened in October, which is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Michael Domke, director of Wisconsin's Bureau of Consumer Protection, says they'll just get more common.
It's an unfortunate reality, but I do believe that we're going to see this steady pace of them probably be consistent.
Which is why you should be ahead of the game. Switch up your passwords, use multi-factor authentication for accounts, and before you sign up for anything new, read the terms and conditions no matter how long.
What you really want to know is how are they going to use it, and then making sure you're comfortable with giving that data over for whatever reward that is.
If you own a small business, make sure you train your employees to watch out for phishing, which accounts for 90% of attacks, and try to make sure you silo your information systems.
Really advocate to small businesses that often think that they're not going to be a target of breaches, and in reality, it's almost the opposite.
And if your data is compromised, you should file a complaint with DATCAP online or over the phone. They'll dig deeper and offer you some resources.
A Stevens Point family is helping NICU families connect with their babies in the hospital through reading.
Today, SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital in Madison received hundreds of books through donations from Elliot's Little Library. The nonprofit was started by Ryan and Katie Victory after their son Elliot spent the first 85 days of his life at the NICU at the Marshfield Children's Hospital. Inspired to help other parents with babies in the NICU, Ryan and Katie formed Elliot's Little Library. And Katie says reading to Elliot helped create a connection during his first 2 weeks of life when they were physically separated.
We couldn't hold him, we couldn't rock him, we really just sat and looked at him in an isolate. And reading was one thing the nurses suggested to us to try and form that bond since we weren't getting that immediate connection with him. And I think that's one thing that we've heard from other NICU families. It's really important to try and find those little normal periods where you feel like, I have my baby and we're just doing something normal instead of listening to the beeping of monitors.
The Victory family says Elliot's Little Library is now averaging around 1,100 donations during its book drive from September to October. Hospitals in Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield, and Appleton have also received books from his little library. And still ahead at 10, it's been nearly 50 years since the Beatles broke up, but a new song is on the way.
That's right. Still ahead, how the two Beatles still living were able to make it happen and when you'll be able to hear the track.
First place. How do you get to the top? Just keep on climbing. Yours, Tacoma.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new AbEX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing AbEX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
AbEX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about AbEX by Sono Bello. Call 1-888-285-6876 or go to sonobello.com.
Dear First Place. How do you get to the top? Just keep on climbing. Yours, Tacoma.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show. Y'all know I can ball. Damn, you see that? I got skills. But baby, wait till you see WNBA star Asia Wilson. Man, I want to be on the team.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
In Mexico, a Category 5 hurricane ripped through a popular beach resort area, killing at least 27 people. It hit the town of Acapulco in southern Mexico. Hurricane Otis brought sustained winds of 165 miles per hour. Officials said they tried to alert people about the rapidly intensifying storm, but there was not enough time for many to seek shelter, flee, or stock up on supplies. This morning, power was off for more than 300,000 people. Mexico's president said his country had never experienced a hurricane like Otis. Well, back here in the U.S., dozens of states, including Wisconsin, are suing Meta, the parent of apps like Instagram and Facebook. This over the addiction and harm the social media platform allegedly causes young people.
Ellie Nakamoto-White spoke with kids and state officials in Milwaukee who agree there needs to be balance when it comes to time spent on your phone.
TikTok, Instagram, and Roblox.
It's right at our fingertips.
It'd be funny videos and cool TikTok dances to learn, and it's just addicting. And it's funny to watch, and it's cool to watch.
That started in the 3rd grade for 14-year-old Shania Kendricks. So you have 2 phones, one for games specifically, and social media?
Yeah.
And while it's entertaining, that endless stream of content.
Social media, 51 minutes, entertainment, 43.
Could be doing more harm than good.
There have been studies that show that certain number of hours, after a certain number of hours of screen time, that kids start to get more sad, depressed, and anxious.
And the pandemic only made it worse. Kids stuck inside, turning to the online world.
To start off YouTube, he usually used that for bedtime, so that's why the time is higher.
That's why Nicole Clark decided to set boundaries for her 4 children.
I do have to set a timer for social media, especially for the younger ones.
Monitoring apps.
He will get addicted. Like, I will see like maybe an hour straight, and I have to like, nope, we're not doing that.
For her 11-year-old son, Dallas.
It's like ruining people's brain cells.
In a statement, Attorney General Josh Call says we must keep our kids safe, and that includes from dangers online.
It kind of leads from one thing into the next.
Now, in a statement, Meta says that it's committed to providing teens safe and positive experiences online and that, quote, we're disappointed that instead of working productively with companies across this industry to create clear age-appropriate standards for the many apps that teens use, the attorneys general have chosen this path. And for parents of gamers, listen up, about half of the minors using the popular streaming app Twitch are sharing their location. A study conducted by the American Academy of Pediatrics looked at 100 minors ages 17 and under who streamed content about popular video games and found that minors shared their names 47% of the time and their locations 50% of the time. Researchers said the platform does take steps to protect kids, like requiring users to be at least 13 years old. However, they say those measures can just as easily be skirted.
Well, for fans of the Beatles, a new song is on the way, the last one featuring all 4 members. The 2 remaining living Beatles, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, came together to finish a song the late John Lennon wrote in the mid-70s called Now and Then. McCartney, Starr, and George Harrison later worked on it in the mid-90s. The song features the original vocals recorded by Lennon that were preserved using artificial intelligence. McCartney and Starr finished it this year, more than 4 decades after it was written. Now and Then is set to be released on November 2nd. Well, from John, Paul, Ringo, and George to Gary. He's back with the first one.
I was not one of the original 4.
Come on, you're not the 5th? The 5th
No,
Beatle, come on.
Yeah, the lost Beatle.
Yeah.
No, far from it. But we do have some showers out there. Boy, it kind of seems a little more like England around here with the gloominess that we've had recently. Let's take a look at the our viewer photo. I wish it looked like this today. This is from Blue Mountains. Peggy in Blue Mountains sent this beautiful picture. Skies were blue overhead. Today, nothing like that. Lots of clouds, showers, and some drizzle. Submit your weather photo to us in our new First Warn weather app. You can do it directly from there, or just send it to firstwarn@WISC-TV.com, and we'll highlight one each night. Weather records, we fell shy the last 2 days. I think the 60-degree temperature that we have for the early morning low this morning will tie the record of 60 set back in 2000. I don't think we'll go below that before midnight, but still quite a ways from the record high temperature for today. 3 things you need to know. The showers will continue through tomorrow morning, but then a cold front comes through, and those temperatures start dropping tomorrow afternoon. And by early next week, temperatures will be 40 degrees colder than they were a week ago. Remember, we were in the upper 70s on Tuesday. By Monday, we'll be looking at high temperatures in the upper 30s. We do have a First Warn weather alert day in the forecast for Halloween Tuesday. Trick-or-treat temperatures only in the middle 30s. You're going to need to bundle up the kids, and there could even be a few flurries, although not looking for anything to stick to the ground, but a warning sign that it's going to be pretty chilly. Now, tonight we've got a little bit of light fog along with some drizzle, 10-mile visibility in Madison. Black River falls down to 1.25 miles, but most areas between about a 5 and 10-mile visibility. The precipitation is not that heavy, just some light showers, mainly south and east of Madison, some showers up toward La Crosse. There have even been a couple of thunderstorms in Iowa and southeastern Minnesota moving into northern Wisconsin. More showers toward to our south across northern Illinois. And 6-hour future track radar shows a few more scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm popping up overnight. But the rain will end with the passage of a cold front tomorrow. Future track precipitate over the last 5 days, 3 to 6 inches of rain up in the northern portion of the state. Most of southern Wisconsin, a nice 1 to 2 inches of rain. The drought monitor shows no drought conditions over southeastern Wisconsin, abnormally dry soils south and east of Madison, but still severe drought between Madison and La Crosse, at the worst of the drought conditions west of the Mississippi River now. That's good news, but a little more rain won't hurt. To the north and west, it's snow, and there's a winter storm going through parts of Montana and North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. We're going to stay away from that, but turn sharply colder as we head toward the weekend. Planning your night, look for, starting at midnight, look for a possibility for a shower or an isolated thunderstorm overnight. But notice the showers right along the cold front early tomorrow morning. At 6 a.m., temperatures in the mid-60s. Notice by 9 a.m., that front coming through Madison, by noontime, we're in the upper 50s, and by the time we get to late afternoon, we're around 50 with some 40s already north and west of Madison. Rainfall amounts aren't going to amount to very much, generally about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain. A heavier shower could dump an additional 1/2 inch of rain through early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, look for a high temperature tomorrow of 66 early in the day, with those temperatures dropping into the lower 50s by late in the afternoon. And again, most of the showers in the morning. First warned 7 to 10 day forecast, 44 Saturday, 41 Sunday. Could even be a few flurries of snow mixed in with the rain showers. Again, that first warned weather alert day for Halloween for some flurries and very cold temperatures. By the end of next week, temperatures at least back closer to normal.
And coming up in sports, the boys were buzzing in Minneapolis. How the Badgers went into Minnesota and took down the nation's top team with ease. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Oakmont Senior Community in Verona for active seniors 55 plus is now offering 1 month free rent and 1 year free heated parking with every new 1-bedroom rental. Visit our Fall Festival open house November 1st for a tour or call Demery today.
First it was just like these distant roars in the dark, you know, but then they started getting closer and closer, and that's when I saw it. This was no bear. It was like a bear squatch. What?
Dad, what's a bear squatch?
It's a cross between a bear and a It's made up.
The legendary Lexus GX with Apple CarPlay support.
He's usually sleeping.
He'll never sleep again. Lease the 2023 GX 460 for $639 a month for 36 months.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just 1 visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for 1 visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-952-0466 or go to sonobello.com.
It's jaw-dropping, it's eye-popping, it's gut-busting. It's showtime. That's right. The whole world loves Beetlejuice. It's a rowdy, rambunctious, rollicking good time. And a big, fantastical funhouse. Beautiful. Everyone agrees this show is so good. You've never seen anything quite like. What else do you need to hear? Beetlejuice.
Coming to Overture Center January 9 through 14.
Oakwant Senior Community in Verona for active seniors 55 plus is now offering 1 month free rent and 1 year free heated parking with every new 1-bedroom rental. Visit our Fall Festival open house November 1st for a tour or call Demery today.
Bucks basketball is officially back and vibes are high in Milwaukee. Giannis just signed an extension. Damian Lillard is now a member of the Deer. All that's left to do is win another world championship. Well, the journey back to the top starts tonight against the 76ers. Good start for the Bucks. Giannis, 3 guys can't even guard him. He spins and then slams it home. The big fella finished with 23 points and 13 rebounds. Milwaukee led by 9 at the break. Now, Philly would come back and take the lead in the 4th, and then it became Dame time. Lillard dials one up from deep to give the Bucks the lead for good. 39 points from him. Bucks win 118 to 117. You really couldn't have asked for a better start in the Mike Hastings era. The Badgers are ranked for the first time in over 2 seasons, and they're off to their best start in almost 2 decades. But now it's on a Big Ten play, and it's a big one. Wisconsin renewing the border battle rivalry with Minnesota. This one tied at 1 in the first period. Cruz Lucius just puts the puck on net, and good things happen. He lights the lamp to give the Badgers the lead. Second period now, it's tied at 2, and Carson Bantle dekes the netminder to give Wisconsin the lead for good. They beat the #1 team in the country on the road, 5-2 the final. Ohio State has been a thorn in Wisconsin's side. No matter where they've played, Columbus, Madison, or Indy, the Buckeyes have beaten the Badgers to the tune of 9 straight times. UW's last win in the series back in 2010. And heading into Saturday's showdown with the 3rd-ranked team in the nation, the Badgers are ready to prove they can hang with the big boys.
And someone comes into our house, we need to defend this place, and we didn't do it the last time we played here. So this one means a little bit more. We have to show people that, and not even show people, just show ourselves that this is our house. No one comes in here and takes.
The whole entire team's excited to play against these guys and everything cool, because we got a lot of things to prove too. We still growing, picking up things we got to do. So I feel like it's time to show what we got and just prove the world what we are.
And just a reminder to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Braden Locke stops by to talk the big man TD at Illinois, Wisconsin's showdown with Ohio State, and much, much more. Show starts at 6:30 on Friday, right here on News 3 Now. For the first time this season, Badger volleyball is coming off a loss. Wisconsin lost a 5-set thriller to Nebraska that ended an 18-game win streak. And as weird as it is to see this team lose, it's not the end of the world. There's still a lot of volleyball left to be played. And as Kelly Sheffield told the team, all their goals, winning a Big Ten championship, a national championship, well, they're still in front of them.
There's too much of the season left to get caught up in the result of that. We've got bigger things going on. We still control our own destiny, if you will, of a Big Ten championship. This match, win or lose, doesn't define us. We've got to get better.
High school volleyball, McFarland hosting Edgewood in a Division II sectional semifinal. First set, Crusaders on the attack, and they find Diane Pitchelman, who goes cross-court for the kill. But the Spartans would not be denied. Ava Dean with the quick set to Kayla Landerud. She hammers it home for the point. McFarland wins it in 5 sets. They'll face Sauk Prairie on Saturday with a trip to state on the line. We're back after this.
The moms have a brand new show.
Are you having a great time?
I'm Mom So Hard Ladies Night. Saturday, November 18th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Save big money and get 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Always know who's at your door with a smart video doorbell from Fight Electric. See live video on your phone or smart device from anywhere. Right now, only $49.97 after rebate. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors in a wide selection of styles. Don't wait and get this energy-efficient exterior door for $284.99 after 11% rebate at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I had a lot of bad days with gout, but that one took the wedding cake. Even with medicine, my uric acid was still too high to stop painful gout buildup. Then a gout specialist told me about Cristexa.
Cristexa is a prescription medicine for adults with gout whose symptoms are not controlled by other gout medicines.
I learned Cristexa quickly starts working to break down gout buildup.
Cristexa is an infused medicine. Serious life-threatening allergic reactions can occur while taking Cristexa. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms such as shortness of breath, trouble breathing, dizziness, itching, or swelling of the throat or tongue. Cristexa is not recommended if you have high levels of uric acid without a history of gout. Do not take Cristexa if you have a rare disorder called G6PD deficiency or favism. Before receiving Cristexa, tell your doctor if you have a history of heart problems and all the medicines you take. Cristexa may cause gout flare-ups, allergic reactions, nausea, bruising, sore throat, constipation, chest pain, and vomiting.
I received Cristexa for about 6 months. Now I'm in control, not gout.
Find a doctor who specializes in gout at goutdocnow.com.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on a new 2024 Ford Edge. Pick up 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash and $1,000 low APR cash.
A truck crash can be life-changing. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. We have a powerful team with the knowledge, resources, and history of results you'll need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Their harmony and great country music that brings people together. It's Rocket Club. Performing live Friday, November 17th at Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. Ho-Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells.
The Final Drive high school football coverage, Fridays at 10.
Gary's back. One final check of the forecast.
A little dreary out there right now. Some light rain showers, mostly just drizzle. The showers are more prevalent south and east of Madison. 6-hour future track radar. Can't rule out a shower or an isolated thunderstorm, but most of the precipitation won't be too heavy. A little bit of fog out there, too. Visibility is between about 5 and 10 miles. Not expecting any travel issues from that, though.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.